Assalamualaikum. Today we will learn about Faraid and understand the basics of Islamic inheritance law. Without further ado, let's go. What is Faraid? Al-Faraid is the knowledge to determine the heirs that are entitled or not entitled to the deceased assets, and the ratios of each heir, and the method of the distribution. There are three importance of Faraid. The first one is to determine who are the rightful heirs, or as we may call it as waris, and who are not. The second one is to determine the exact portion entitled to each waris. The last one is to calculate the exact portion to be given to waris using mathematical techniques. There are three pillars of Al-Faraid. The first one is Al-Muwarith, which is the deceased. The second one is Al-Warith, which is the rightful heir. And the third one is Al-Mawruth, which is the assets or rights left by the deceased. According to Jumhur, the reason for the entitlement of the estates have three. The first one is descendants, which is Qarabah. The second one is marriage. And the third one is relationship between a master and a slave, which is Qarabah Hukmi. However, according to Shafi'iyah and Malikiyah, there is a fourth reason, which is Islam or Baitul Mal. There are three conditions of Faraid. The first one is the death of a Muslim. The second one is the existence of rightful heirs, which is waris. And the third one is to know about the status, the exact portion, and the waris are not among those who are barred from the inheritance. What are bars to inheritance? Bars to inheritance, also known as bars to succession, can prevent waris from inheriting the estates. The first one is the killer. The killer cannot inherit the victim's estate. The second one is slavery. The third one is difference of religion. The fourth one is the children born outside marriage. And lastly is divorce ba'in. Do you know there is an order of sequence of rights and obligations of the heirs on the assets before the distribution of wealth? The first thing to do is to pay the funeral expenses of the deceased. The second thing to do is to settle any debts that the deceased may have. This includes the performance of Hajj on the deceased's behalf if the deceased has not done it during his lifetime. Also, not to forget, it also includes the payment of mahar. And then, the third thing to do is to execute the will, which is wasiyah. A will is not for the heirs, and the amount of estate provided in a will for disposal must not exceed 1/3 of the remaining estate after the settlement of the first to the third, as mentioned before. The fourth thing to do is to give the rights of spouse to mutually acquired property, which in other words, marital property, to the deceased spouse. And the last one is to distribute the remaining wealth according to the Faraid system. That's all for the basics of Faraid. Thank you.